Welcome to today's lesson on adverse possession. This topic is crucial in real property law, both for exams and for understanding land disputes in Australia. At the outset, adverse possession is about when a person can claim ownership of land by occupying it long enough without the permission of the true owner. It is often tested in exams and arises in real world land disputes. Adverse possession arises under limitation statute. In Victoria, generally 15 years of continuous possession can extinguish the true owner's title under the Limitation of Actions Act. It also interacts with the Transfer of Land Act. The claimant must show factual possession, meaning physical control of the land, and intention to possess, means treating the land as their own. Both elements must be proven over the statutory period. Key cases that illustrate the principles are Mulcahy versus Curamore shows strong evidence of factual possession. Mabo highlighted the doctrine's limits with native title, and J. A. Pai versus Graham clarified intention to possess in the UK context. Examples include when a fence is built over a neighbor's land and the area is used for many years, or when someone occupies vacant land and treats it as their own. These illustrate how the doctrine applies practically. Adverse possession usually cannot be claimed against Crown land. Under Torrens, certain restrictions apply, but in Victoria, adverse possession can still work for general land titles after the statutory period. The doctrine encourages productive use of land, provides certainty in ownership, and prevents owners from sitting on their rights indefinitely. Students often confuse adverse possession with prescriptive easements or licenses. Always check for both factual possession and intention and apply the statutory period accurately. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. Remember, mastery of adverse possession lies in balancing both legal requirements and understanding real life scenarios. Keep practicing exam questions and you will excel it.